What's up, guys? Wow, I've got a totes emosh piece for you guys today. So guys, what we're gonna do today is we're basically just doing a recap of 2023 as a whole. It was a pretty cool year for all of us, ups and downs, but overall, largely thanks to you guys, this year was epic in the gaming world for us as well as a brand, getting to interact with you guys, getting to interact with a lot of the cool stuff that dropped this year. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of our highlights, basically like a best of 2023, and yeah, just run through all the stuff that we've been through together. Guys, it's been a journey, eh? Like 2023, tough times never last, but we've lasted because we're tough people or something like that. So yeah, guys, let's get the show on the road. So guys, we're gonna kick it off with PlayStation 5. So as you know, for us, PS5 is a big thing. That is our product, you know, well, not just ours obviously, but that's what we try and push. On that note, we've had some pretty sick releases just regarding PS5 and hardware this year. So to name a few, we've got the DualSense Edge. I think a lot of you guys loved that. Being able to customize your own controller, fully immersing yourself in all of your gaming adventures, and suiting it to whichever genres you guys, you know, wanted to go down. But yeah, the DualSense Edge was probably one of the bigger ones this year, I think. We've also got stuff like Faceplates and the colorful controllers. This year saw the introduction of the Volcanic Red and the Cobalt Blue. Now those are the two most recent additions to the collection, and this goes for controllers and faceplates. These were actually pretty popular with you guys, pretty cool, and also just adding some color to your gaming verse, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. And then we also had, how can we forget? Probably the most immersive product launched into the PlayStation market this year was PSVR 2. Guys, so I'll give you a little bit of a backstory for me personally. So PSVR 2 was my first interaction with virtual reality, and let me just tell you guys, what a way to start. You know, they always say if your first car is like a Lambo or like an R8 or something, where do you go from there? That's kind of how I feel. PSVR 2 was probably one of the bigger things to happen this year in the gaming space in general, not just in PlayStation. Oh, sorry, not just in terms of PlayStation. But yeah, that was a pretty big. I think adding to that, obviously in conjunction with a pretty big title that launched this year, which we'll get to later. So we also had the inclusion of the limited edition Marvel Spider-Man 2 console and DualSense. The Spider-Man 2 stuff was insane. Once you see it in person, guys, I was ready to chop off my left arm, because I'm right-handed, so do I need it? Or, you know, but I was ready to chop off an arm to sort of get into a Spider-Man 2 limited edition console and DualSense, the bundle as a whole. So next up we have, as I said, we'll get to it later, it's later. So it wasn't just hardware or console hardware. This year was also a pretty big year for games. We've had some pretty big titles released this year, some of the best of the best. I mean, to run off just a few with you guys, we've had Hogwarts Legacy, which boasted, I think, still to this day, one of the biggest maps in any game released. As a whole, probably one of the best games of the year. FC24, you know, the follow-up from FIFA. Everyone had questions, how's it gonna go down? You know, we've known it as FIFA for almost my whole life. And now we're changing the name to FC. It's still throwing you, it's immersing you into the game of football. I think that's the other amazing thing about 2023 is I think people of all different genres, people into all different kinds of games, felt service this year, you know. So again, we had Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. That was pretty sick. I think personally, in terms of the people I know, that was probably one of the bigger titles this year. A lot of people came to me and, hey Jay, can't you organize like a Modern Warfare 3 bundle for me? You guys just like free stuff, eh? But yeah, that was also a pretty big game. I think one of the old school, one of the nostalgic titles that came through, definitely Mortal Kombat 1. What a game. What a game. You know, someone like me as well, I felt it took me back to when I was a kid as well, you know, the whole Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, that sort of genre, that type of game. You know, two people just going head to head the whole time, hours on end. Mortal Kombat, definitely one of the biggest ones for the year. And then obviously Assassin's Creed. What year would be complete in the gaming world without an Assassin's Creed? But I would say personally, my biggest title of the year, even though I'm an esports guy, the biggest title of this year, and I mean, it shows the proof is in the pudding. It's been nominated for Game of the Year 2023, Marvel Spider-Man 2. Guys, wow. Like, I honestly think Spider-Man 2, definitely my nomination for Game of the Year. I think I started playing it, and I think within 5 minutes, I was hooked. Like, and it's not even something that's down my alley. I mean, it is now. But yeah, that certainly was probably the biggest Game of the Year for me personally, I think. Right, so that's PlayStation hardware, games. Let's move on to the smaller, more fun items, I'd say. The stuff that's a little bit more for everyone, you know. Merch. So we've had a pretty big year in merch as well. I think merch this year has gone down swimmingly with you guys. I know, for example, the Stitch stuff has just gone down a treat with all of you. Insane. As you can see behind me, there's quite a bit. And a lot of it this year is just, it's almost like the merch world has just upped its game as well. Eh? Like, if you look at some of the stuff you're being offered now versus a year ago, it's insane. It's insane. It just takes you back to a different time. You know, I mean, I'm 27, about to be 28. And I think it just, every time I see new merch that we've got in stock, or, you know, like I said, some of the titles, it just takes me back to a simpler time, you know, when we weren't paying taxes, you know, I didn't have bowls and stuff. But it just takes you back. And I think that's largely what we're doing with KOODOO. You know, that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to, you know, everyone's got, you know, their bread and butter, the stuff that you have to deal with every day. But if you can, you know, get into the gaming world, if you can get into the merch world, and it's something that every day just takes the edge off of your day. Obviously, guys, the merch world would not be complete without some PlayStation merch. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but before me is one of the products that we actually do have. Let me just help you guys out here. So, you know, we've got like cool stuff like this. I mean, guys, we received some PlayStation glasses, like actual drinking glasses. We've got some flasks, we've got stuff like this, desk mats, you know. How cool would your workspace be if you just had a PlayStation desk mat? And again, something like this, nostalgia. Guys, this, when I think of PlayStation as a kid, it's this logo, you know. Playing cards, coasters, you name it, we've got it, you know. And I think that was one of the highlights of the year. I think as a whole, and this again is largely thanks to you guys, we put in a lot of work on our end to make sure that the KOODOO name just carries and carries and carries. But this year, obviously, we celebrated 4 years of KOODOO. It's hard to believe, you know, it still seems like a small number. For looking at how things have progressed, you know, certainly in my time here, but, you know, as we've started interacting with more of you guys and getting into bigger things, getting into, you know, finding our sweet spot as a brand and how we can sort of best help you guys. Celebrating 4 years was a pretty big deal for us. Massive thanks and shout out to you guys for supporting us, for sticking with us, giving us all your feedback. It hasn't been an easy year, but with your support and with obviously our hard work, we've managed to get through swimmingly. You know, it hasn't, when you look back at 2023 as a whole, I wouldn't say it was a downer, it was a definite upper. But I think as we come to a close in terms of the year, but also this video, I think it's just important to highlight how grateful we all are. Our brand wouldn't be what it is without you, certainly, and we all definitely mean that from the heart. So again, a big thank you and a massive shout out to all of you for all the support you've given us, for all the input, for all the feedback, for all the understanding and the patience, because again, you know, I think one of the issues of this year was, you know, getting stuff into the country, you know, shipping and all of those things have been a massive hurdle for all of us. But, you know, you guys have stuck by us. You certainly, your support didn't waver. And I think that's a big thing for us. And it certainly means a ton from myself and the broader team as well. Just a massive thank you. Looking back at 2023, it's kind of hard to think how we can make it any better. We're going to do our best. But yeah, guys, from Jay here at KOODOO. Oh, sorry, another thing, personally, please help me out, because I need to find another way to introduce myself into these videos, because I'm so tired of the "what's up guys, Jade from KOODOO here." So I'd love your feedback. Please tell me what you guys think would work better. I imagine you guys are also tired of hearing that, so comment down below. Let us know what your thoughts are, And yeah, give us some ideas of what you think we should be getting into for the next year. Perhaps share what your guys' highlights were for this year, because again, the list that we gave you was stuff that we, looking back on, thought we'd mention. But yeah, just from Jayed at KOODOO and the broader KOODOO team, guys, thank you all. It's been a phenomenal year. Can't wait to see you guys next year. Have a safe festive season. Enjoy the festive season with yourself, with your family, with your friends. Stay safe, be merry, have fun, play all your games, okay? Use all the stuff you purchased from KOODOO this year. And yeah, guys, we look to come back in 2024 stronger than ever.